Love sick, a beat inside my head.
Oh Wonder is a London-based duo consisting of Josephine Vandergill and Anthony West. Much like the Beatles, they originated from Britain and spread to many other countries including Canada and the US. Their style of music is described as alternative pop, meaning pop music that has broad appeal but that is produced by performers who are outside the musical mainstream and is typically regarded as more original, eclectic, or musically or intellectually challenging than most pop music. Because they are a generally newer group, they don't have many statistics of their demographics on what types of people listen to their music, but a majority of their listeners come from London, with 36,919 monthly listeners on Spotify and 58,748 listeners from Los Angeles, followed by Mexico City in Mexico, Manhattan, and Paris. All of their songs are written, produced, and mixed by themselves in their home studio in southeast London. Josephine and Anthony have different musical backgrounds. Josephine stated, "I had piano, singing, and violin lessons from the age of 5. Wherever the music teacher was away, I would sneak onto the piano and play." Inspired by musicians such as Vanessa Carlton, she was introduced to the idea of writing and performing her own music as opposed to playing others. As for Anthony, his uncle is a bluegrass musician and taught him how to play the guitar. He saw his uncle's touring lifestyle and realized it was a possible career path for him also. They first met through a friend at a gig Anthony was playing at.
How long between that did you actually talk about music?
That was the first time I met, and then it was
2 years after.
2 years after that I bumped into you again.
Yeah, and we were on a session together, a recording session. And then once we'd finished the day, we were kind of like, oh, today went really well, let's just talk about music kind of thing.
Yeah, and hang out and write, and we just started writing.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
They first started out on SoundCloud by releasing Body Gold and was met with unexpected success.
2014 September, you start putting tracks up on SoundCloud. The original idea was what?
We were solo artists and we wanted to be a songwriting duo. So the plan was like we were just gonna sit at home and chill and like write songs for other artists. So we made a SoundCloud page with a view to kind of making it into like a songwriting portfolio, like a show reel. And that's why we both sing on all the songs so that we could kind of pitch the songs to like male or female artists.
Oh, okay.
And then the plan completely backfired because people started listening to the songs and being like, oh, this is cool, I'll share this.
The first 2 weeks were like, no, don't listen. Like, this is not the plan.
Yeah.
Josephine stated, "We certainly wouldn't be playing here in Portland to 1,000 or so people because they would have never heard of us without the internet." After attention on the internet, Republic Records became interested and soon signed with them. Republic Records is also well known for labeling Jessie J, Ariana Grande, Nicki Minaj, The Weeknd, and Amy Winehouse. So being able to sign with this label allowed Oh Wonder to be propelled to astonishing new heights in their career. They have an unconventional method to releasing their songs. To put more pressure on themselves, they released a new song in the beginning of each month for over a year, finally accumulating all of the songs into one album, self-titled Oh Wonder, which also included 2 previously unreleased songs.
You were going to hold yourselves to putting up one song every month.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And had you stockpiled the songs beforehand, or were you like, we got that one up,
No.
we got 4 weeks to get another one written?
That would have been the better idea to just
stockpile a few.
Yeah, but no, with the pressure was on every month.
Right. So you were writing to deadline each and every month.
Yeah.
Josephine commented on this method of writing an album, saying, "As a creative person, it's important to have structure and goals and deadlines. People wait years, put it off, and procrastinate, so if we set ourselves this really concrete deadline that we have to stick to, that will ensure that after a year, we've got our catalog of songs. It's pretty much a way of disciplining ourselves." As they both had limited experiences with electronic production, through their months of releasing songs, they experimented with different sounds to form what their music would sound like. That was the part that definitely changed, the production side of it, West observed. "We started the project with no sound and thought, okay, let's see what comes out of the first song. Then every month we honed the sound and we figured out what it was. So that was the most experimental part for me." In the end, they discovered their less is more sound. Josephine says, "We will write a song on the piano, take it into the studio, and then layer it up with as many as 200 sounds, strip it back to maybe 10, and that's the finished album." Anthony added, "It's almost more important to know what not to put into a track. Anyone can put anything in a song. The real art is knowing what bit should go where and whether it should even be there. So I think you can make the best art with a tiny amount of tools.
Since their relatively recent debut, the duo's achievements have surpassed expectations. On The Hype Machine, they reached unprecedented success by having all of their released 13 songs reach the #1 spot.
Their album placed on the Billboard 200 in multiple countries, including 80 in the US, 19th in Canada, and 26th in the UK. In the category Alternative Album, A Wonder placed 14th in the US, and multiple songs from that album reached top 10 in the category of Billboard Emerging Artists. In the category of Next Big Sound, they ranked #1.
Many of their concerts in major locations have also sold out. They have been hired to perform at some of the biggest gigs in the world, including Coachella.
And now you're playing the biggest festivals in the world, pretty much, right? I mean, Coachella, or you have a Reading gig, is that right, coming up?
Yeah, Reading Festival, yeah.
Yeah. What are these festival gigs like?
They're big. You get on stage and you're like, whoa.
As all of their songs are written by themselves, their messages and inspirations come from personal ideas and experiences, whether it's about love and heartbreak or the meaning of life and existence. Even though some songs can be said to have cliché themes, the general ideas are meant to be an exploration of the human condition, most evident in their song, All We Do.
All we do is hide away.
They explained the message they wanted to convey, saying how on the eve of New Year's Eve, the duo were in Anthony's parents' house, ruminating on the idea of New Year's resolutions and the yearly opportunity to examine your life and redefine your goals, aspirations, and the inevitable human tendency to often ignore those goals and settle back into the comfort of monotony and daily routine, never reaching above and beyond your perceived limits. All We Do is about refusing to play it safe, hide away and live inside a self-built cave, and instead looking at things the wrong way round and living life differently.
They even created a website where people from anywhere in the world can share what they believe it means to be human. This is one that we really liked.
To be human is to realize you are a product, and yet an individual in your own right. It comes with a sense of interconnectedness, not only to people, but to the life all around you.
To be human means to wonder at reality and graze divinity when you experience the deepest hues of joy or pain.
To be human means to internalize you are not alone, and even when people harbor hate in their hearts, you can still find or share good in the world.
To be human means we may be limited, but there's always room to grow. Instead of going through life complacent with the way things are, you ask yourself, what can you contribute today? And you make the most of every day you are given.